Falsehood binds you and keeps you bound. Dr. Hawkins, also an enlightened teacher, shared that there is nothing the mind believes that is not fallacious at a higher level of consciousness. Let's hear that again.
Yeah.
There is nothing the mind believes that is not fallacious at a higher level of consciousness. Truth is found in the highest state of consciousness. The higher one's level of consciousness, the more attuned one is with the mind or consciousness of God. Consciousness is akin to a tuner, where the higher the level of consciousness, the clearer the reception of truth.
When you speak of a tuner, you're speaking of kind of that device we used to do with the radio and try to get in the radio station, and then you get static, and then you kind of tune it till you got the clarity come through.
Before we were digitized,
yes,
right?
So
yes. I guess I'm dating myself.
So I just want to make sure. But that's such a beautiful understanding of how we just we tune in, and that opens it all. So the Buddha spoke of the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. Does that apply here?
Absolutely. As the truth illuminated by the Buddha resonates to this day. Truth is truth all the time, in all places, in all locales, by each person who experiences that truth. It doesn't change. And we'll be discussing the basics of Buddhism as well, and not here today, but in class on the upcoming Saturdays, whenever that is.
September 22nd.
Thank you. And it's all else then is just commentary of this truth. So know that Buddha was indeed an enlightened teacher, and the truth illuminated by the Buddha continues to be true today.
You know, we have it's a group that's privatized just because we do a lot of very intense processes and postings, but people who have shown interest in this material are also invited, but it's a consciousness village, and we have had a lot of dialogue recently and often asking about enlightenment, and if once attained as enlightenment, they're asking if once attained as enlightenment, like is there only one level of consciousness? Like that's it, you know, the enlightenment is enlightenment.
Once you're there, you're there.
Yeah. Could you expand on that?
Well, apparently that's in the collective consciousness these days. While I was reading an article about Dr. Hawkins, the author quoted so-called enlightened person as saying there are no levels to enlightenment, only enlightenment. And Hawkins doesn't know what he's talking about because he talks about levels of enlightenment. Yet I can tell you that the experience is far different as levels continue to unfold through the states of enlightenment as advancing truths are revealed. All levels of consciousness are gradients of truth as one moves through levels of our psychology and egoic projections, through levels of varying degrees of integrity, to transcending dualism and opening the heart to levels of the experience of divine love, continuing to what Maslow called self-actualization, whereby the gates of enlightenment are opened as one maximizes the aspects of being Homo sapiens, as revealed through our gifts of nature, our temperament, personality, intellect, physicality. We perfect our human nature at this level. From there, the gradient states of enlightened consciousness are revealed through intention and karmic propensities, each level revealing another understanding of truth, now moving through the process of Homo spiritus, ultimately revealing the truth as known, understood, and modeled by the likes of Krishna, the Buddha, Jesus, and others.
Wow. Okay, well, that's about our time today. Joy, does it go fast? Such joy, and we thank those who have joined today. Our next radio show, interestingly enough, is going to be October 6th, because our next, after September 22nd, our next seminar is October 13th. So our radio show is going to be October 6th, and interesting, I'm going to be running our our annual women's retreat. So we're not sure yet if we're going to do a live show from the women's retreat, if anybody wants to give us input on that, or we might just be doing a pre-recorded show that day. But stay tuned for October 6th. We will be on air. And again, we want to thank you for joining us. So we are so grateful. We so appreciate having the opportunity to focus with you and find the opportunities and shifting perspective. Thank you, Dr. Bickford.
Thank you.
Enjoy, everybody.
There are songs we sing in silence. There are words we choose to hide. In our faces, no emotion. With our fist clenched by your side, we let it burn under our skin. And we stand calm and collected. We're so cool and in control. Don't take comfort in this quiet, because some